Welcome back everybody, I am JustDaZack and it is my continued mission to show you an interesting video game almost every single day. Today we are going to have a look at Break the Loop, a turn-based, squad-based, roguelike RPG where we will have to break the loop, save the world from aliens, from zombies, and so on. We're gonna have a look at the Kickstarter demo. At the time of me recording this, the Kickstarter project for, well, what this demo is for, is at like 99% and still has 17 days to go. So I think it's somewhat safe to assume that this game is gonna be, or the Kickstarter is gonna be a success, and the game is gonna be developed. I also played the tutorial, so I hope I'm ready to showcase this game to you. Before we start, quick look at the options menu. For a pre-alpha, pre-Kickstarter demo, this is the basics. In a good way. Thumbs up for that, I'd like to see it. The game still takes like 2 minutes to load up, but I would say those are things that will be smoothened out during the full release, right? So let's hit play. So what we're gonna do, we have to assemble our squad of, well, past heroes from these different worlds, so to speak. At least that's what I gathered. When I played the tutorial, there was actually a little bit of an intro sequence and a little bit of background, foreground information. I hope we still get it if I do a normal run. Haven't done this yet. Also only played with 2 heroes before. So now we can, actually with these 2, with Lionel Ellison. But this time, well, let's do a full squad apparently, where we always have to select like an archer, 1 support, 1, well, badass, and 1 tank apparently. So let's go with a different character, with Shermadine, the Mimic Archer. Cool, love the art style, by the way. This is what caught my interest in the first place. Awesome art design. Okay, what can we here go? Go with this. Support is Helmut, the Leech, or Zoe, the Apothecary. Oh, man, both look freaking awesome. Okay, sure, let's go with Zoe. And then we have a tank. It's either gonna be Foxman, no, Foxman, or Albrecht, the Protector. Actually, both look pretty cool. Oh man, I don't know, Albrecht, but Foxman also pretty cool. I don't know. And of course, the badass, it's either gonna be Ellison, who's like a big barbarian, also uses a lot of fire, at least in the tutorial she did, or Mojo, who's a good boy. Of course we're gonna go with the good boy. And if we select talents, what can we do here? Okay, I did spend some points in the tutorial to increase our hero's maximum HP by 10%, so again, some roguelike elements, also meta progression here as well. But let's hit play with this team and see what a run in this demo looks like. Alright, first segment, there's Friedrich, the Megalo Chronomancer. My work, a time machine. I've designed a simplistic interface to suit your intellect. Just drag the circles into the circles. Yes, some circles have different shapes, which I've called modifiers. Dragging an event into a modifier will alter its original function. It's up to you to experiment. Ha! Well, I'm so smart, I couldn't even pronounce intellect right there. So first segment, drag and drop events into the free slot. So we can actually define how our, like, quote-unquote roguelike map, well, maybe not roguelike map, but roguelike a pathway looks like. That's interesting. Also, we have 200 of this time currency. We could also reroll the remaining events. Set a random modifier, unlocks a tile and an event. I mean, if this costs money, let's do this ones. Oh, okay, this is the ones we can unlock. Let's go with those. Just have a bunch of those. Empty superior tile. Please set an event. So this is superior. So we have to probably have all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3, 8 actually, and I unlocked 2. So we could have gone with a shorter round as well. Dialogue. Leads to a random dilemma. I'm not sure if I want this. Heals heroes. Produces a capsule from a category. Contains a random amount of bitcoins. Optimizer sacrifices a hero's health to unlock a passive ability. Allows you to buy capsules. Let's go with an optimizer. That sounds kind of cool. Produces a capsule from a category. Let's go with this. Then we want to have our first fight. Then a superior thing. Heals our heroes. Let's have this at the end. Allows you to buy capsules. Huh. Or interesting. Produce a capsule from a category. Maybe we want to have like a better capsule. Let's maybe go with this. Have a combat maybe more at the start. There's a heal here. This is how we're gonna go. Do we want to have a random dilemma? One of bitcoins? Let's maybe go with this, so we don't see what the dilemma is, but it's gonna be like a debuff or something, right? You must replace all mandatory events. What are you trying to tell me? Are these mandatory? You must place all mandatory. I mean, I placed as many as I could. I legitimately can't place anything more. Here? Fight. Hostile encounter. No. Is this count? No. So are these mandatory? Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not quite clear that these are mandatory, maybe because they are red, but I would have said these are negative, these are positive, so let's not get any... No, I would like to have a merchant, so let's just not... But we need big coins for this. Huh. Maybe we get big coins from fights or so. So let's get rid of this. So we have to choose a dilemma. And yeah, we always have to choose a fight as well, right? I mean, that could be a bit clearer, but again, earlier things. So here we go with the time machine with our team. We're running. Okay, just tell me if you don't have what it takes to save humanity, and I'll teleport all the heroes at once. That's fine. So now we select. Only we have this route right now. Let's go to the optimizer. Right. There we go. Optimizer, get an electroshock to improve your skills. If you stay alive, it's worth it. Fair enough. Predator or Assassin for these two characters. We could also reroll with some big coins, which we don't have. Okay, so Predator would be for the good boy. Gains plus 30 energy each time an enemy dies. That sounds good. So there's different resources. Of course, there's health. There's energy that we also need to use to cast or use our spells on the characters. And there's also called an echo mechanic, which allows us to launch, well, special attacks, and a charge of echo is generated at each turn of a hero. So these are stronger powers, but usually you want to kind of try to generate the echo, or, well, you need to, before you can cast them. So either this for the good boy or this. Assassin gains plus 10% critical, and her critical hits apply bleeding. 15, 15, 15, bleeding. Affliction that inflicts damage over time. Quite wonder what 15, 15, 15 does. I saw something similar in the tutorial with like burn. This applies burn 34, 34. Okay, what does that mean? So let's go and do it easy right now. And I mean, it's the good boy, but I want to see what bleed is. Okay, let's go with bleed. So 10% more crit rate. I'm not sure if I can look up her current stats. That would be a nice thing to see in the full game. Right now for this combat, she has 50% less health. Fair enough, but let's go. Our first proper combat against these aliens here, or I don't know, tentacle, alien, Cthulhu-like zombie monsters. Well, I guess not zombies. So also, there is a timer. The better, or the faster we enter combat, the more of this currency we get. And if we take too long, we might also get debuffed, dephasing, which reduces our maximum HP per stat. And that also gets, you know, across combat. So that's not nice. All right, so we start with Albrecht, the Mustache Knight. Also, we kind of rotate our party, but we're going to see this. So you have one echo. And here is the timeline. Oh yeah, that's what energy is. I forgot. Energy is essentially not necessarily the currency. Well, it does, but it's kind of the currency that affects our turn order. So that's something we might need to keep in mind as well. So you have the charge ability, which apparently hits the first two enemies, also has a damage of 55 to 64, and applies plus 15 energy to the hero in the last position, which would be Commandant. So if you play this, that might not change Commandant's action right now, if I see that right. Also, yeah, again, this is a minion and they have this exclamation mark here. That was a thing in the tutorial. So I think that applies when you destroy them. The thing is, we don't know what that does. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be random, because if you, for example, here you can hover over the backlash to see what it does. You can't do the same here. Oh, wait, you can. It's just the hitbox of hovering over is just a little bit off. That's why it's so hard to get it. Ah, there we go, Explosive Suicide. Upon death, inflicts 40 damage to the attacker. But again, pre-alpha or pre-Kickstarter demo. But I just wanted to mention this. Okay, so if we damage to them... Ah, God, it's so hard. To the attacker. So that might be a reason why we want to finish these off with like a burn mechanic or so that we don't directly attack them. Also, what is this? Ooh, we have a potion. Heals 88 to 117 HP if a hero starts his turn while being weakened. 130... 36 energy before upgrade. Is this like a consumable? I didn't know I had that. Anyway, our other ability, Mustache Throw, 35 to 41, damages all enemies, also applies Fragility. Fragility is a debuff that increases the damage of the next skill taken by 50%, so from the other heroes. That sounds pretty good, actually. Or we could go with Aegis of Zephyr, which applies to all our friends. Applies Dodge 1, buff that gives a 50% chance to dodge the next skill suffered. I mean, we know these two will attack pretty much immediately. And here's a tank. Oh, okay, we can only hit 2. So we don't know what they are doing, that's kind of the problem. So do we want to... Oh no, okay, this is how it works. We can hit 1... okay, this is why there's a big number. See, I did play the tutorial, but that wasn't that clear in the tutorial to me. But if you just take a moment, you do understand, or at least an idiot like me understands it pretty easily. So there's a 1 here, and the other row shows what we can hit. So this hits 2 friends, like this. And this always hits 1 guy, but we can choose which one. So I guess let's go with the dodge then anyway. Maybe the first 2, I have no idea. Let's go 50% chance not to get hit. Maybe this, no, you hear. Oh, maybe I should have done it differently then. Okay, you get attack, come on. Dodge worked, beautiful. Now the other one probably attacks as well. A bunch of attacks there, and you have the bleeding debuff. Okay, 35. Again, that isn't really clear to me what that means. Affliction that inflicts damage over time. I mean, that makes sense, but the 35, not that clear, because here's a 2 on the debuff. That's always the thing. Same with burn, which we might notice later. Okay, what can the good boy do? Ice Bite. Gains critical 1 if enemy has bleeding. Well, no enemy has bleeding right now. Critical would be a buff that increases the critical chance on the next attack by 50%. Interesting. Frozen Tips. Applies Exhaustion 2 if critical hit. Applies minus 15 energy. Exhaustion. Debuff that increases the energy cost of the next skill by 50%. Interesting. Also Call of the Pack. Applies power 1 and gains concentration 3 to unlock a new powerful skill. Okay, Power Bomb is buff that increases damage and healing on the next skill by 50%. And Concentration concentrates on something. Attacking or being attacked weakens concentration. Okay, but what is the something? Do we need concentration? That's not that clear to me. 80 energy. So we see on the bottom right, if I play these 2, he's gonna act before this minion. If you go with Call of the Pack, he would act after that one. So next turn it's gonna be Zoe. Zoe's our healer, which is okay, but on the other hand... Oh man, commenting really takes a long time before she hacks. Zoe's our healer, but not our damage dealer, which is... Oh man. Let's try to get this buff on Commandant actually. So when she attacks, it's gonna be powerful. That's kind of my hope right now. So Zoe, what can you do? You have a chemical jump, applies a little bit of damage, and poison. 19. Is this just if I, depending on where I have no idea. Does it tell it lasts for 4 turns? I don't know. Healing potion. Okay, removes an affliction. I mean, you are bleeding and healing could be good. Applies silence 1 and poison. Silence. Lock skill. Lock skills. Disables singularities and gives unbreakable. Again, would be nice here again. The UI, it does tell us what silence is. It does tell us what poison is. But it doesn't really tell us what singularities are. Or which we might learn. But it also doesn't tell us what unbreakable is, for example. Which, again, would be nice to have that even more clearer in the full game. Okay. I mean, I can't always just do buffs, right? I need to go a little bit on the offensive eventually. And this guy looks like someone we want to silence. So let's go with this. Also a little bit of poison. Unbreakable poison silence. Unbreakable there. Oh, you can attack our main guy. Got the thing. Dodge that. So you have unbreakable now. Avoids being the target of the next loss of energy or silence. Interesting. So, well, he's already silence 1, but loss of energy. We just gotta keep that in mind if we want to influence his, the Whisperer's position then. Okay, Albrecht. So now you could actually cast Protective Mustache. Also, it seems like this potion is growing. Huh. Maybe not. It's kind of hard to see that we have this potion, but I don't know if this is just for this combat, if it's like a one consumable thing we have entirely. I didn't notice we had this in the first place. So I would guess that this is a consumable, which we can only use, well, once per run. So I kind of want to save up on that. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just battle, or maybe it's just for this. I have no idea. Protective mustache. So we can hit one ally, applies armor 1, and remove 2 random debuff or afflictions. Armor 1 is a buff that reduces the damage of the next skill taken by 50%. Could remove the bleeding from our good boy. Next up is this one. He's gonna attack her. But we could also just go with more dodges. Let's go with this on these two. I mean, he's the tank, right? He wants to make sure that the group survives. So I guess that could be better. You dodge, good job. Okay. You have 1 echo now. What can you do? You can go with a sharp rush. And deals damage, gains critical 1 if target has fragility. Fragility is a debuff that increases the damage of the next skill taken by 50%. So there's definitely a lot of like connections between the different debuffs and skills. A little bit much at the beginning, but so far it's still fine, I dare say. This, for example, deals damage and applies fragility. And this is the guillotine skill. Can hit 3 enemies. Ooh, gains plus 15 energy per enemy killed. I mean, that's just so much damage, right? And we just want to do this? I mean, she does have the power. Buff that increases damage and healing on the next skill by 50%. Yeah, I mean, that's just the most damage by far and hits 3 enemies. Yeah, let's go with that. Come on, just deal a bunch of damage. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, cool. Love the animations. Okay, there we go. Haha, good job dodging whatever that was. Oh, man. Come on, dodge, buddy. Ah, well. Still fine, freaking bleeding. 35. So I guess that's what it's trying to say. If it has 35 bleeding, that's the amount of stacks, right? The same with the poison. That's why it's now 30. And before it was 30. You could have easily said 30 for 4 turns. But, okay, I do understand this now. Ooh, this is glistening. Applies bleeding. Why? Why is this now sparkling? 80 energy? Because you have the power. Because you could kill an enemy with that? What are you telling me with this? Okay, licking wounds. Gain regen and remove 1 affliction. I mean, you're still poisonous. We want to get rid of this minion. The thing is, we can't really, can we? 2 enemies. And you have the power. So sure, let's just go with that. Oh, look at this. An army of doggies. That's awesome. Okay, you deal damage to him now because you exploded. You have 30 poison. If you could apply just a little bit more poison, that would be interesting. Oh, he's scratching himself. Awesome. So it's Zoe's turn again. Puts a survival potion on the ground, which shields 103 to 120 HP, the first hero. Okay, is this... Do we start with this because Zoe's in the team? I have no idea. Okay, applies silence. I mean, we just... But he doesn't explode. Oh, so he's bleeding and he's poison. So... We don't know if this happens at the start of the turn or at the end, but technically this guy just lost. So let's try to ignore him. Okay, survival potion. I mean, the healing effect is different. Weakened. Which heals the first hero. Weakened. What does that mean? HP less... Oh, okay, it's an automatic thing, right? If an ally has less than 30%. Interesting, but we're not at that point yet. So we could apply more silence and poison, but maybe we just want to heal and get rid of your bleeding. I mean, she is the healer, right? Oh, look at this! Just with the machine splurging some healing potion in there. I like the the characteristics of the different animations and character itself. I love it. It has so much eye for detail. This one just jumping a little bit. This one is hurts. Is already like, this one as well. That is awesome. Also, Zephyr's Wind. Ooh, applies to all enemies and applies blindness. Blindness is a debuff that reduces the chance of hitting with the next skill by 50%. Yes. Gets rid of 2 enemies. I mean, here one would have lost anyway. There we go. This one is actually still alive. Did we not deal damage there? You dodged, luckily. Okay, because of the blind. Okay, so she dodged because his blindness made sure it didn't hit. Okay, well, gotta end this sooner. I'm just not that good right now. So you have malicious duplication. Hits 2 enemies, takes 2 echo, 50 energy, it's fine. Deals that amount of damage. Duplicates affliction from the first target onto the second one. I mean, that means blindness, right? Let's go with that. So if we do this, You deal damage, and this one would get the blindness affliction, right? Apparently that was not an affliction. I guess the purple ones are afflictions and red ones are then debuffs, maybe like that. There's the survival potion. So what if I click this? If a hero starts with the turn while being... Oh, okay, this... Okay, I actually can't activate this. This is just automatically gonna be applied if someone gets the weekend condition. Got it. Homemade smoke bomb applies stealth 1, increases your dodge and critical strike chance by 100%. But that only means the base dodge chance, right? Which we don't know. Like if I do like a right click on a character or alt or control. Oh wait, control. At least we can look at the skills. But we can't really look at the base stats. So I have no idea what the base dodge chance is, for example. Because how this skill is being worded right now, I mean, increases your dodge chance by 100%. It increases it. It not sets it to 100%. So we don't know if Good Boy, for example, has a 5% dodge chance, that would only be increased to 10%. So I'm not sure. I think actually the skills means that it will be set to 100%, but the wording says it just doubles the current value. So I'm a little bit unsure how this really works. Okay, silence. Lock skills, disables singularities and gives unbreakable. Is this being qualified as a singularity? So maybe this is better. Sleeping gas, so it doesn't explode in our face, so to speak. I mean, it just runs at 1 and deals 40 damage. Yeah, that actually seems to be the case. And now we're in the negative, and I would actually... The timer decreases according to the energy expended. Finishing the fight on time gives a bonus to chromium. If the red timer runs out, each hero suffers a dephasing. Okay, but only if these 300 run out, and we have a lot. Also, your echo skill is now territory marking. Places a marked territory. When a hero in the territory takes damage, reflect some damage to the attacker. Also, there's an ultimate permafrost, for example. But yeah, let's just go and deal damage. Gains critical if enemy is bleeding. It's poisoned. Applies exhaustion. Let's maybe go with this. Good boy. Pew pew. Shoot some frost stuff. Good job. Exhaustion. Debuff that increases the energy cost of the next skill. Okay, that's not what we want though. We just want to deal... Applies plus 15 energy to the hero in the last position. So we never really know the current energy value, as far as I know. I guess we just, we just maybe know it. Again, that's another thing that could definitely be clearer. Plus fragility. Yeah, for extra damage, let's go with that. Charge that, good job. So it's turn, okay. 35 damage, not that nice. 200, just go with the sharp rush, there we go. But hey, first combat. Again, like boom, 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 like the attack animation. Now you got I thought I silenced the effect there. Oh, because the enemy had its turn again, the silence was off, I think, maybe? Again, could be a little bit clearer, I feel. Or maybe I'm just not that smart. Well, we won the combat and now we can, well, first off we gained 6 money. No chromiums, because I took too long, but hey, first combat right, and I wanted to explain a little bit. Now we can select one of these capsules, I think they're being called. And we can apply them to, well, whichever hero we want. So our choice is Armored, Stoic, and or Combustion. Or. So Armored is for each hero missing, reduce damage taken, it reduces damage by 30%. So I guess it means damage taken. Again, the way it's worded might actually mean the damage we deal is being reduced by 3%, which would be horrible. But also consider it's being called armored. I think it means reduced this damage taken. But again, wording could be improved. Stoic starts the fight with Unbreakable and gets 10% damage bonus while you have Unbreakable. And now I would like to have like a right click or alt, a control to see whether Unbreakable is again. Because we have so many stats, debuffs, singularities, so many terms. It's hard to remember. Unbreakable, I have a rough idea. It's definitely buff, and we know that it kind of prevents silence or something like that. But I'm, again, not 100% sure. It's been too long. Combustion, by the way. An attack that uses echo and does bonus... an attack that uses echo and does damage applies some burn. I mean, Commandant, we probably want to use her super attacks. Let's go with that. She's the damage dealer. Let's make sure she deals just that much more damage. Let's go with this. Oh, our healer is at the front. And now there's a dialogue that leads to a random dilemma. Oh no. Oh, this guy has a gas mask. A soldier's corpse. A dead female fighter lies on the road. Her dedication to fighting abominations will have taken its toll. Commandine. And that's a weird sound when they're supposed to speak. Dad, her equipment is no longer useful and I intend to stay alive. Nah, not a fan of this audio cue, but I guess, again, pre-alpha. I've seen soldiers fall during my career, but it still makes me feel bad. Let's take a moment to pay tribute to her. So either we search the corpse, or we honor the corpse. I mean, she seems to have good equipment. It seems like we get a debuff regardless. Unknown effect. I mean, it told us earlier that it would be debuff. Let's just assume that, and let's go search. AB. You search the lifeless body and recover a capsule called Dope. So Dope gains 30% damage and healing. If the timer reaches 0, the hero suffers dephasing, which decreases the HP, by the way. We learned that by 15% or so. So we really want to be fast. But she's our damage dealer. Oh, huh? Can I, please? There we go. Continue. That's the thing. Oh, the dilemma is more like a random event. So dilemma is we have to choose between A or B. I guess that's how they really mean it. But also look at this. Everyone is running along. We have a few facts here. Look at the background, the beautiful full moon there. Awesome. Okay, next up is a Superior Forge. Produces a very rare capsule from one category. Let's go. Just a random machine here. Well, we arrived with the time machine, so I think it's fine. Forge. Create a capsule from a predefined archetype. Debuff, revenge, flogging. Debuff, curse your opponent. Revenge, don't let it happen to you. Flogging. Satisfies your unhealthy urges. I have no idea. Revenge? Maybe Phoenix. The first time in the fight that the hero suffers a fatal attack, he survives and goes to 25% HP. Okay. Shouldn't it be they survive, actually? Because we don't know. The Commandine? Not sure if she's not here. We don't know. But, okay, surviving. Funnily enough, it might again be better to have that on Commandine. But, of course, Zoe is our healer. A fatal attack. I mean, she's gonna take a lot of damage, right? Eventually. Has the least amount of HP. Albrecht, of course, is our tank. Maybe on him to make him even more able to survive, but he doesn't have like a taunt ability, right? He only buffs his friends. Or Zoe, she is our healer, so keeping her alive might be pretty smart as well, but she has the least HP. Come on, all Commandine. Well, seems like we are kind of slightly favoring one of our teammates here. I like how even the position here in this like battle pre-screen is being shown there. So there's again this potion. It's smaller now. Okay, 136 energy before upgrade. Okay, that's the energies. That's why the potion gets bigger later on, because it actually can be upgraded. So you are a locust. Zoe starts. Oh, we could actually start with the smoke bomb. Oh, we actually take our echo from the previous combat. Interesting. Okay, we can hit 1. I mean, it's Albra's next turn. Apply stealth 1 and critical chance. Puts a survival potion. Applies silence and that. Could also remove an affliction. No. But we could also go with the poison. It's not that much damage, is it? What is her ultimate, by the way? Experimental mix. 5 echo. Hits 1 enemy, deals a little bit of damage, applies 5 charges of random debuff, though. That sounds pretty strong. So maybe with this. So this heals, removes an affliction. Let's go. Poison on the big guy. Oh, we see the overall damage here as well. 43 plus poison for 4 turns. 38 damage to the good boy. There we go. Poison applies first. Good to know. Oh, 150 damage to the whole group. Everyone. That's a lot. Okay, what else do we have? Zephyr's Wind. And your ultimate is actually the Guillotine Mustache. Oh, that's a lot of single target damage. If the target dies, applies protection 2 to the ally with the lowest HP. Protection protects from the next attack by redirecting the attack onto the team's tank. This damage is also reduced by 20%. Okay, that's how he can take some damage for his teammates. Pretty cool, actually. Okay, we could apply dodge again. I think I want to do that, if I'm honest. There we go. Let's just make sure our friends survive in the meantime. You're at the front. Well, you are. And it's your turn. Territory marking. Places a marked territory. When a hero in the territory takes damage, reflect some damage back. Gain regen and cure an affliction. Applies power and concentration. I think we actually want to buff her. Also, it seems to apply to himself as well. No, it's always just to one character. Fair enough. Okay, you attack, our healer. Okay, that was just 16 damage. Oh, and a bunch of bleeding. Oh, your ultimate is ready, though. I mean, the thing is, this is our only comment before the boss, right? So maybe I don't want to do this. So, do we want to attack? Do we want to apply even more poison? Or do we want to heal? Actually, just keep healing yourself. I think that's fine. I also think I'm probably still playing a bit too defensively here. But hey, first run, guys. First run. Oh man, sure, you really don't take a lot of damage. So, duplicates affliction from the first target onto the second one. So that should be infliction, right? Because purple. Yeah, this is also purple. I want to try this out again. Deal damage. And this one also should now 132 total. And now poison burn, because we used an echo effect. That's one of the capsules. There we go. So control. This combustion, for example. Awesome. And bleeding as well. That's pretty cool. Okay, Zephyr's Wind would be an idea to just deal a bunch of damage across. And, of course, apply the blindness. I think that's fine. Let's go with that. Here we go. Deal the damage. I mean, it didn't really deal damage. It just applies the blindness, it seems. Huh. Okay, you dodge, though. That's nice. Because he was blind and she had dodge, of course. Oh, man, she doesn't really have much HP. Okay, it's your 3 guys this turn. We really need to finish this now. I mean, we don't need to, but I would like to. Do I heal more? Or do I attack? Kind of hard, but we have the healing potion if anyone gets too close down, right? So, let's actually apply silence so this one doesn't blow up and deals 40 damage to us. Let's go with that. Breakable silence. I thought that was supposed to deal damage, though. Right? There we go. This also has a... No, we did the... Oh, no, it does not deal damage. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay, fair enough. This hits potentially 3 targets. Still, apparently deals so much damage. But it's probably across. Fragility. And you deal damage. Gain critical if target has already fragility. Doesn't. But that is your highest damage dealing thing. And with the good boy, we really want to get rid of this thing before it blows up in our face, right? There we go, 166, 40 damage, but poison is gonna finish it off. Nice. Unbreakable avoids being the target of the next loss of energy or silence. That's that again. And currently it is silenced. And blinded. So you're the good boy. Permafrost. We kind of want to keep that for the boss, I think. Pack walk again, I guess? Why is this skill like just glistening every time? Is it telling me that's just the best skill or something? Oh god, there we go. Again, UI a little bit finicky from time to times. If enemy has bleeding, no. Frozen tips, applies exhaustion. Oh, what the hell's going on with the UI there? I'm not pressing anything with the mouse or moving it. As you can see, it kind of glitches out just a little bit. Debuff that increases the energy cost of the next skill by 50%. No, okay, most damage. And bleed. I don't know. Let's go. Hard to tell. First one should have been down anyway. Okay, it's just so much damage also to the other one, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Oh, no, she got the dephasing because I took so much time. That's bad. Oh, so much damage there, dude. Not cool. This potion still did not activate, actually, but our whole team can go now. So you deal damage, apply fragility. Oh, it dodged. Not cool at all. Oh, could you not drink the potion? Weakened. Is this still not protection? Protects from the next attack by redirecting the attack onto the team's tank and less damage. 75. Apparently that is not enough. I'm honestly surprised. Okay, applies fragility and gains critical. Didn't we apply for... Oh no, it dodged the attack that would have applied it. Oh, let's just go there. I don't know. Oh, if I can... Oh, I never saw the amount of stats when we tried to attack someone there. When you hover over. Like with this. How much damage it's gonna deal, how big the crit chance is, and the accuracy. Huh, look at that. I would like to drink this potion with her. I mean... Wait, let's actually heal up. In this case. Or at least heal her a little bit. There we go. Because now we still have a few teammates. This is gonna go down, but as long as it doesn't reach 0, we are not that much of a trouble. So let's just charge. Here we go. Good job, buddy. Again, I definitely could have done this better and faster. But we're still alive, right? Stoic, Kingslayer, and Lottery. Also 8 Bitcoin. Stoic again starts the fight with Unbreakable and gets a 10% damage bonus while you have it. I mean, could still be good on Commodine. Kingslayer gains 15% damage and healing during a boss fight. That is pretty good as well, frankly. Lottery. At the start of combat, reduce damage received by 30% or increases damage suffered by 10%. Why would I choose this? Because this is terrible both ways. Oh no, it's just one. Either we take 30% less damage or we take 10% more damage. No, I mean a boss is coming up, so it's gonna be Kingslayer. The question is to whom? Mojo has his 5 Echo attack ready, and he can heal himself and he can deal damage. Zoe is gonna apply debuffs with her 5 Echo attack, so probably actually on him. So let's go Kingslayer to Mojo. There we go. Who's the best boy? You're the best boy. Also, distributor. Let's buy stuff. We have 17 Bitcoins right now. Okay. Well, we can... Oh, this is 10% off. Altruism. Reduces damage to allies by 10%, but increases damage taken by 20%. I mean, it could be good on maybe the tank, for example. Distributor. Take advantage of the discounts. It's time to spend your Bitcoins. Yay! Well, we can only afford one thing anyway. And guess the color also kind of defines the rarity, maybe? Like common, I have no idea. Looking, green ones apparently, green ones apparently always cost 14 here, blue ones 18. This one just is in discount, and the purple one's 22. So I guess that's rarity as well. Combustion, by the way. Again, attack that uses Echo also applies burn, while growth. After using a skill that does no damage, gain regen. Huh. Could actually be very good on our attack. Or we go with combustion on Mojo, for example. Or Zoe. Or Commandine to apply even more burn. But let's actually go with wild growth to make the tank even better. Because he has a bunch of skills that does not deal damage. And we use them like give 2 party members dodge and stuff like this, right? Also, regenerator. Let's heal some of our heroes if possible. Let's see. There we go, that worked automatically. Also, in addition to free heals, enjoy services designed for your needs. Gains above 3, gains 2 Echo. I guess it's like a random buff. I mean, Echo on her. Let's give her Echo then. Yeah, let's go that. There we go. Now she has 4 Echo, and there we go. Let's go with the boss. This was also the tutorial boss, which actually... Oh no, mind controlled one of our party members before. I hope this doesn't... Oh no. Friedrich, the Chronomancer? Yes, it looks tougher, more destructive, faster, and snarlier than any you've ever seen. But don't chicken out and prove to me that you can kill him faster than you thought possible, and you'll be rewarded in chromium. I would actually say it would be in it, not in here, but hey. Stay safe, 1400 for 100 chromiums, or be bold, 1190 for 200 chromium. Heh. But don't chicken out and prove to me that you can kill him faster than you thought possible. So, have more time? Get only 100 money? That's maybe the energy for this battle? What? This is... What am I choosing here? I have no idea. I guess... So, if we want to end the combat faster and only have 1190 energy, we would get a reward out of this for 200 chromium. Or if you think, no, we need the 1400 energy, a little bit more time, then we only get a reward of 100. I think this is how it works. Yeah, okay. Still, I feel could have been awarded better. Regardless, here we go. You have 5 Echo. Perma. Also, why is your HP question marks? What's going on there? What? Interesting. Permafrost. Applies exhaustion 2, 100% critical on targets under exhaustion. Well, let's go that. Permafrost! That's your highest ability. Let's go! I just want to see it. Okay, 158 damage. That's okay, I guess. Oh, not an outbreak! Oh, that's bad. Stop mind controlling him. Okay, still exhaustion. Debuff that increased the energy cost of the next skill by 50%. I guess that is what happened. Currently, blinding gaze prevents you from discerning the health of your team or your opponents. Okay, that's where it comes from. Got it. Unbreakable as well. You controlled. If you are not patient, a few slaps could bring him back to his senses. Fair enough. Currently, weakness as well. Debuff that reduces the damage and healing on the next skill by 50%. Okay, also increase the energy cost. Well, we have Salvo of Chaos. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Self-inflicts weakness. I mean, with the Permafrost, technically we have a guaranteed crit as well, right? So if I hover over, crit chance apparently only 20%, so I guess it's an increase by 100%. I mean, so much damage and applies burn. Let's go. She gets weakness for this, but we need to deal damage to the boss, right? Let's go! 406 damage. Decent. Decent. This little bit of burn. So it's your turn as well. Stealth. Okay, it's gonna be Albrecht's next turn as well, but we also want to apply... Oh! Yeah, let's go with this. Deal damage and apply 5 debuffs, definitely to the boss. Let's go. Just... yes, build it all over, and that was such a cool animation. Yeah, all the debuffs. Awesome. Okay, Albrecht. Okay, that little damage, totally fine. 24. Not a problem. Okay, now you are at the front. We still have 1 potion here. You could go with sleepiness. You do have unbreakable, but we would still apply some poison. You are not poisoned yet. We could also heal 1, but we're doing okay. You have the weakness though. But this only heals an affliction, not a debuff. Or we could deal damage and apply poison. I guess we just deal damage and apply poison, right? Do we need the sleeping gas? I mean, maybe. Unbreakable. I mean, we kind of want to try to afflict our enemy's energy, right? Maybe? How much poison is this? 36? This is 22. But a little bit of extra damage. I don't know. Let's go with this. Let's deal damage after all. Whatever. There we go. 75 damage. Some poison. Okay, below 1,000, that's nice. Okay, we dodged both. Good job there. Because it had blindness or so, I'm pretty sure. What can you do right now? Applies power, concentration. Good job. Frozen tips. Applies exhaustion 2 of critical hit. Applies minus 15 energy. Well, the energy doesn't matter. Again, the energy would be... I'm not sure if we have like a value thing that we can look up, but considering that we can apply the, or, you know, influence the energy of our enemy by minus 15, I feel like we should have a value somehow. Well, regardless, we're still doing okay right now. Gains critical 1 if enemy has bleeding. Actually doesn't have bleeding, surprisingly enough. I guess we just want to power you up then. Let's go. I mean, you're the damage dealer. Okay, Albrecht is going to move soonish, but not right now. We could actually go with Guillotine. That would also hit Albrecht, but he can take it. And if I get this right, if we slap him a couple of times, he's gonna go back to us sooner. Which might be good. You know what? Yeah, let's go with that. Guillotine! There we go. 34 damage overall. I mean, that was actually a lot of damage to him. Also, you're going bleeding from that. Oops. There's another survival potion, but we still have this one, so we don't completely need that right now. Okay, 1 more attack and he would be on our side. But you also apply debuffs. Nah. Removes affliction. No one has an affliction. You know what? Let's go sleeping gas. Just more poison on the tentacle thing, which is probably good as well. Got rid of that. Yeah, there we go. Poison is like 84 right now for 4 turns. Pretty good. A little bit of damage to her, but you're back on the team. And you're getting mind controlled immediately. Well, it's the tank. Rather him than anyone else, right? Okay, you could apply a region to you. Territory marking is also pretty good. Pack walk? Well, it deals damage to both and bleeding. Or we could go exhaustion. Debuffs that increase the energy cost. Oh, he still has the blinding gaze. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay, we kind of want to apply bleeding, maybe? I mean, we really want to deal damage, right? Energy costs could still be good on the lore. No, not lore beholder, Lord beholder. Nah, let's go frozen tips. Maybe this is better. I don't know. Okay, 86 damage total. That's okay-ish. Has exhaustion now. You have this. Duplicates affliction from the first target onto the second one. Maybe with the bleeding. Yeah, let's do that. Also damages our break, which brings him closer back to our team, right? So that's good, I think. Now this one also has a little bit of bleeding. Okay, we could go with stealth. It's Albrecht's turn next. He's not gonna deal that much damage, so that is totally fine. What if we just apply even more poison? Currently the poison is 86, 86, 54. Okay, this is why it's actually important to have these numbers. Because this applies poison for 4 turns. This applies poison also for, I guess we had something that applied poison for 3 turns before, so. But yeah, just more poison on the beholder. Let's go. Also silence now. This time it takes it. No, it still has unbreakable. 26 damages, nothing. That's totally fine. He has 5 echo, but it seems like the mind control ones are always just doing their minimum attack, which is good for us. 112 poison damage, pretty good. Oh, it's Zoe's turn again. Interesting. Just, you know what? More poison. Let's stack it up as high as possible. It seems like this animation is also maybe a little broken here with the poison, because she's just wiggling her machine a little bit and the poison comes out. And she had so many other cool animations where she spilled the fluids or so. So I guess maybe that one is broken a little bit, but overall, the animations are very well made and have so much character, so that's still cool. Territory mark, again, places a marked territory. When a hero in the territory takes damage, reflect 37 damage to the attacker. I mean, yeah, let's have this at the front. Is the beholder actually attacking a lot? I'm not that sure, if I'm completely honest. He's not doing so good. We could go with Pack Walk. Oh wait, gains critical 1. Buff that increases the crit chance on the next skill by 50%. If target has bleeding, this one has bleeding. Maybe territory is actually better. Let's go with that. I don't know. He's actually... well, marking the territory. There we go. Guillotine. Fragility. Gains critical 1 if target has fragility. No, it has exhaustion. 1-8. No, let's go with this. Just attack normally. It's fine. 191 damage. Pretty good. Look at all the bleeding, poison, and so on. Awesome. You do this. Okay, fragility. I think we got this, guys. Just look at this. Yeah. Here we go. 95, 100 damage, 100%. We did it! Got him! Same attack, 191 damage again. Albrecht, you are our enemy, and you betrayed us, but we did good, right? You finished the fight quickly. You collect 14 bitcoins, 100 chromiums, and 2 fluxons, which is this other meta progression currency that we need, for example, to get permanent upgrades, like more HP for our heroes or so. Now choose one reward. Ascendant for Albrecht. For the tank, when dodges an attack, Albrecht gains power 1 and gains... Oh no, and just gains flat out 10% dodge, which is super strong actually. Catalyst gives 20% critical to the hero in front of her. That is pretty good as well, if I'm honest. 20% critical chance? I mean, she's quite often, I think, in front of Commandine. Yeah. Or almost always? Oh, both of those is good. Let's go with Catalyst. And there we go. Now we would go with the second run. We again have 100 chromium. Could actually set a random modifier. Or like this, I guess. Empty rush tiles. Please set an event. Is this what just happened with the modifier? Huh. I actually want to press escape right now. So is there any way from this menu to go back? Doesn't seem like it actually. Can't unlock more, so that would be one idea to validate. But from here we can go quit to the menu. Do we still have the 2 flux? For example, if I now say abandon run and say play again, I'm just gonna choose 4 heroes quickly. Talents, 2 flux. I think this is what I got, right? For example, we could now go with shock armor. Start each boss fight with a shield 3570. Metabolism is a thing as well. Heal 25-50 HP at the end of each fight. I mean, healing is probably pretty good. So we hold this button and we got stronger for the next one. And then we rinse and repeat. There's gonna be aliens. Well, I think we fought either the aliens or the Cthulhu monsters. I think actually more the Cthulhu monsters, now that I think about this. There's gonna be aliens, of course, as well, as I said, and zombies, and, well, more heroes and more content in the full game as well. So, yeah. That is Break the Loop, ladies and gentlemen. Please tell me what do you think. From me, yeah, thumbs up. Clearly, this demo is still somewhat early and needs some polish all across, but the core gameplay and what it's gonna be about, I think it does a good job of telling and showcasing that. And if the full game clearly expands upon that and polishes up upon that, that is a thumbs up from me. Yeah, I enjoyed this. Love the art style and the animations. And yeah, this is very solid. Looking forward to that. But yeah, please tell me what you think. Consider sharing the video. Make sure to stay awesome. And we see each other in the next video.